an important thing today? Yes.
Yes.
Do you know why we get more knowledge, more information? Mr. Toastmaster, Madam President, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. Three months ago, I received a Toastmaster magazine. And that magazine had a picture of the Burmese opposition leader, Aung San Suu Kyi. Do you know about that magazine?
Yes.
Yes? Did you see that magazine?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I had that magazine in my hand. During the dinner time, I was just glancing through to see what is going on. My 2-year-old daughter came up and said, Papa, that's her, Papa, she calls Papa. And she said, who is that? She just looked at the picture and then, who is that? I looked at her, okay, said, this auntie is called Aung San Suu Kyi. She won Nobel Prize for promoting democracy. That's what I told her. You know what she said? My 2-year-old daughter. You know what she said next? Who is that? Again, second time. I told the same story again. It happened, you know how many times? 20 times. We asked the question again, who is that? I told the same story about Aung San Suu Kyi. 20 times. My wife came in. Because she's setting up the table. Wife came in. And then it is the 21st time when my daughter's asking. And wife said, let me cover it for you. Okay? I gave the book to my wife, and she did 10 times after that. What does the story tell you? There's an important thing here about how our children try to get the new information. For that, I went and did a little bit of research and asked for, okay, why children are developing this curiosity? Why they have this curiosity? And one interesting finding I found that there was a gentleman professor as well, from Carnegie Mellon University, George Yell, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. He proposed a theory about curiosity. That theory is called information gap theory of curiosity. And that information gap theory, because there are many other theories there about curiosity, but I like this theory. You know why? Because this theory tells you if there is an information gap, then you develop curiosity to fill that information, the gap in your knowledge. Okay, so that's a fundamental theory about why he said it's an information gap theory of curiosity. Coming to this incident happened, why do you think my 2-year-old daughter asked that question 20 times and another 10 times? She has that information gap that she wants to know who is that. The important thing happened the next day. I was glancing the same manual again, trying to catch up some of the things I missed up. My daughter came up. Yeah, this is my time, right? I asked, who is this? She looked at it and said, Chuki, those 2 words. That definitely made my day. At least she got something out of it, right? Bottom line is this. When you know there is an information gap, or then when you want to know more knowledge, then you develop this curiosity. Do you have the curiosity to know new things? This Toastmaster setting is built on curiosity about how are you going to speak, that fill the information gap because we don't know some of the things. We come here to fill that information gap. The knowledge is the other thing. The curiosity and the knowledge goes together. They are directly proportional. If you have more curiosity, you will develop more knowledge. And the second important thing about curiosity is, if you don't know anything about it, you will not be curious to know. One example I want to give you this. If you go out and ask, let's say Ken, there is a Toastmaster meeting. Do you want to join? He will immediately run to this meeting. Do you agree with that? With the enthusiasm and the presidency volunteer he provided, he will run to this meeting. But if you ask some stranger on the other side and he doesn't know anything about Toastmaster meeting, and if you go and ask them, who the hell is that? Or he may even say, I don't know, leave me alone, because that information gap and to try to get more knowledge is not there for that person, but yeah. So that's why you need to make sure you know some knowledge, and then you have that curiosity to know more. That's very important. Mr. Toastmaster.